Have you ever caught yourself standing in front of the mirror, looking a little longer than usual, wondering when all this changed? When did the energy start to fade? When did climbing a few stairs become something to pause and think about? You're not alone. It's something many people feel after 60. But here's the thing. Growing older doesn't have to mean growing slower, weaker, or less alive. In fact, it can be the beginning of a more vibrant, more joyful chapter of your life. If you make a few golden habits part of your daily rhythm. Now, I'm not talking about anything extreme. You don't have to run marathons or become a vegan monk overnight. The truth is, staying young after 60 isn't about doing more. It's about doing a few smart things, consistently. These small but powerful habits can keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your spirit glowing. So today, I want to share something that could truly change the way you feel, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally too. We're diving into 6 golden habits that can help you stay young and energized well beyond your 60s. Think of these as little keys that unlock more life in your years. Let's start with one that might sound deceptively simple, but it's a real game changer. Staying curious. Yes, curiosity. That childlike wonder that so many of us forget to nurture as we get older. When was the last time you learned something completely new? Not because you had to, but because you wanted to. Maybe a new recipe, a few words in a foreign language, or how to play a song on the piano you've always loved. Keeping your mind engaged in fresh, stimulating ways has been proven to support memory, protect brain health, and, let's be honest, it just feels good. Staying curious doesn't mean enrolling in college or chasing a diploma. It's about keeping that inner spark alive. Read books that challenge you, ask questions, try hobbies that are completely outside your comfort zone. When you continue to explore, even in small ways, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. We're still growing. We're still in the game. And your brain, it listens. And while we're keeping our minds active, let's talk about something that might surprise you. The habit of daily movement, but not the kind that wears you out. I'm not here to tell you to hit the gym 5 days a week. What really matters after 60 is moving your body in ways that feel good and make sense for where you are right now. Think gentle stretching in the morning to loosen up the joints, a calming evening walk to get some fresh air, or even dancing around your living room to your favorite song from the 70s. Movement doesn't have to be hard, it just has to happen. Staying active doesn't just benefit your muscles and bones, it actually helps your brain function better too. It improves blood flow, lifts your mood, and even helps you sleep more soundly. And guess what? You don't need fancy equipment or a personal trainer. Just a willingness to keep moving every day, even for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. It all adds up. And the best part? Your body starts to respond. You'll feel lighter, more balanced, even more confident in your own skin. Now, while we're on the topic of feeling confident, let's not ignore something that often gets overlooked: staying socially connected. It's easy as we age to let our circles shrink. Kids grow up, friends move away, and before we know it, we're spending more time alone than we ever expected. But here's the truth. Staying connected to others is one of the most powerful youth-preserving habits there is. It's not just about avoiding loneliness. Social connection literally keeps your brain sharper and your heart healthier. You don't need 100 friends or constant company. Just 1 or 2 meaningful relationships can do wonders. Pick up the phone, invite someone for tea, join a local group, or even an online one. And don't be afraid to reach out to younger folks too. Intergenerational friendships bring a special kind of energy. They help you see the world in fresh ways, and believe it or not, you bring wisdom and calm that many young people are craving. So if you've been feeling a little more isolated lately, consider this your gentle nudge. Open the door, say yes to a coffee invite, Send that text you've been putting off. Because when you stay engaged with others, you stay engaged with life itself. And that's what these golden habits are really about. Staying connected to your mind, to your body, and to the people around you. Now that we've talked about staying curious, moving with joy, and nurturing connections that matter, let's take a breath and get ready to lean into the next few golden habits that might just surprise you in the best way. You know, sometimes the smallest shifts in how we approach our day can have the biggest impact. And after we've got the body moving, the mind exploring, and the heart connected to others, there's another habit that often gets overlooked, but it's quietly working behind the scenes, either helping us feel vibrant or slowly draining our energy. I'm talking about the way we fuel our bodies, our everyday eating habits. Now, this isn't about jumping on the latest diet trend or cutting out everything you enjoy. In fact, being too strict can take the joy out of eating, and we're not here for that. What I want to talk about is something much simpler and much more sustainable: being mindful of what and how you eat. As we age, our bodies change. Digestion slows down a bit. Metabolism isn't quite what it used to be, and we may even develop new sensitivities. So the key is learning to listen to your body and give it the kind of nourishment that keeps it humming along smoothly. That could mean leaning a little more on colorful vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, and getting enough protein to support your muscles. But just as important as what you eat is how you eat. Slowing down, sitting down, truly savoring your food. That can do wonders not just for digestion, but also for your mood and mindset. There's something deeply rejuvenating about turning meals into little rituals. Put on some music, use your favorite plate, share the meal with someone if you can, or if you're dining alone, light a candle just for you, because you deserve that kind of care every single day. And here's something that might surprise you. Staying youthful isn't just about your body. It's also deeply connected to how you talk to yourself. That brings us to the next golden habit: guarding your inner voice. Let me ask you, when you make a mistake, or when you catch your reflection on a rough day, what's the first thing you say to yourself? Is it kind? Is it understanding? Or is it something like, "Ugh, I look so tired," or "What's wrong with me today?" Here's the truth most of us don't hear enough. The way we speak to ourselves becomes the way we experience our lives. If we constantly tell ourselves we're getting old, slowing down, or that we've lost our spark, well, guess what? The mind listens. And worse, it starts looking for ways to prove that story true. But what if instead, you gently reminded yourself of all you still are? Capable, wise, valuable, full of stories, experiences, humor, and yes, beauty. That kind of self-talk isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It shapes your brain. It influences your hormones. It boosts your immune system. And more than anything, it brings you back to a place of strength. So try this. The next time you look in the mirror, say something kind, even if it feels silly. "I'm proud of how far I've come," or "I still have so much to offer," because you do. And that quiet inner voice, it can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. It's your choice every day. And speaking of daily choices, there's one more habit I want to touch on in this part, and it's something that brings everything else together. It's the habit of protecting your peace. In a world that's constantly rushing, buzzing, and pulling our attention in 1,000 directions, finding moments of stillness isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity, especially after 60, when your emotional well-being becomes just as important as your physical health. Protecting your peace doesn't mean cutting yourself off from the world. It means creating little pockets of calm where you can recharge. That could be sitting in your favorite chair with a warm cup of tea, or walking slowly through the garden, taking in the colors and sounds without a single agenda. Maybe it's writing a few lines in a journal before bed, or even just closing your eyes and breathing deeply for 2 minutes when the world feels too loud. These simple moments tell your nervous system, you're safe, you're grounded, you don't need to rush anymore. And when your body hears that message regularly, it responds by lowering stress hormones, improving sleep, and even strengthening your immune function. Yes, just by slowing down and breathing, you're helping your body stay younger. And don't underestimate how powerful boundaries are in protecting your peace. Saying no to things that drain you, saying yes to things that restore you, that's not selfish, that's wise. You've earned the right to spend your time in ways that make your life richer, not heavier. So, we've talked about nourishing your body with care, speaking to yourself with kindness, and creating space for peace in your everyday life. These may not be the flashy habits people post about online, but they are the kind that quietly add years to your life and life to your years. And as we continue this journey together, there's still more to explore, because staying young after 60 isn't just about what you do. It's about how you choose to live each moment from here on out. When you really stop and think about it, the habits that keep us young aren't always loud or dramatic. They're quiet, gentle, intentional. And that brings us to the final golden habit, one that truly ties everything else together. It's the habit of having something to look forward to. Now, that might sound simple, but let me ask you, when was the last time you felt excited about something coming up? Not anxious, not busy, excited. Like a child waiting for their birthday, or a traveler counting the days to a long-awaited trip. That feeling, anticipation, is a powerful emotional fuel. It keeps your mind active, your mood lifted, and your body engaged. After 60, life can sometimes settle into routines that are too quiet, too predictable. And while comfort is a good thing, too much sameness can slowly dull our spark. That's why having something, even something small, to look forward to can make a huge difference. It could be a weekly lunch date with a friend, a local class you've signed up for, planting a new flower bed when spring rolls around, or planning a weekend getaway to a nearby town. The size of the plan doesn't matter. What matters is that it pulls you forward, gives you a reason to wake up with a little more energy, and reminds you that your story isn't done. In fact, this next chapter might be the most meaningful yet. And you know what helps all of this take root? It's giving yourself permission to celebrate progress, not perfection. So maybe you didn't walk every day this week, or you had that second helping of dessert last night, or you felt a little more tired than usual. That's okay. Staying young isn't about being perfect. It's about continuing to choose life in the moments that matter. It's about showing up for yourself, again and again, with kindness and intention. Every time you make space for movement, for laughter, for quiet, for connection, you're investing in your own youthfulness. You're telling your body and your mind, we're still in this together. And that message, it's powerful. So as you take these golden habits and begin to weave them into your days, do it gently. There's no rush, no race. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just start where you are, with what feels right. Maybe today that means calling an old friend. Maybe tomorrow it's choosing a walk instead of the TV. Or maybe it's simply looking in the mirror and saying, I still matter. I'm still growing. Because you do matter, deeply. Your presence, your voice, your story, they all hold weight. And your life, even now, especially now, is still full of beauty waiting to unfold. So let's take a moment to remember the golden habits we've explored. Staying curious, to keep your mind alive and engaged. Moving daily with joy and intention. Staying socially connected, to nourish your spirit. Eating mindfully, to support your energy and health. Speaking kindly to yourself, because your thoughts shape your world. protecting your peace so your soul can rest and restore. And finally, having something to look forward to because your future is still being written, and it can be beautiful. These habits aren't just about feeling young, they're about being young in heart and mind, no matter what the calendar says. So tell me, what's one small thing you're going to try this week? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're thinking, what you're dreaming of, or even what's been hard lately. You're not alone on this journey. This space is here for you, to grow, to share, to be inspired. If this video gave you a little spark of hope or motivation, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content designed to help you live your best life at any age. Because this isn't about turning back time, it's about moving forward with grace, strength, and joy. Here's to living fully, loving deeply, and staying wonderfully young at heart. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep shining.